These headphones are giant. These are made for giant people. Who has a head this big?
I didn't want to wear them, so I gave them to you.
All right.
They look good on you, though.
They're huge.
Even if they don't
They
work.
hang below my ears. What's the matter?
I'm just checking levels.
Okay.
That's all. Just the normal thing. They look a little hot, but everything's been hot. The weather's been hot.
Not today. I'm not hot, are you?
The Prime Minister of Canada is
The
pretty
Prime
hot.
Minister of Canada is so hot. Sorry, that was our conversation before we opened up.
Yeah, I had to say something about it.
I don't think a lot of people are that hot, but he is.
Was he wearing tie-dye? Is that right?
When? During the Pride Parade?
gay
No,
Pride
he was
parade?
wearing like a white wet t-shirt. It was fabulous.
He seems so happy. How could he be happy? Like Obama
Because he's
doesn't seem
Canadian.
happy.
Because he doesn't have to.
Is there less pressure?
He doesn't have an orange comb over. I'm taking your pen for a minute. Because I just realized
I dropped my pen this morning on the way in here, and it took me 10 minutes to find it. Now, that was strange.
This pen?
Yes, I heard it fall. And
it's got something sticky and hairy on it. What did you drop it in?
I just,
What is this?
it's hair. It fell out on the ground. It
So
bounced
much
about
hair.
5 feet away from where
Whoa.
I come in the door.
Oh my God.
So, but you can use it. It works.
I don't know why I picked it up. I don't really have anything to write down.
Do you see what my Post-it note says?
Cat litter.
Yeah, I just thought you should.
I buy
read it.
cat litter now.
Where?
Actually, I don't buy it. John buys it. I don't even know where he bought it. Actually, we started with some cat litter that we just had in the garage, left over from when we want to throw it in the driveway.
Oh, yeah, you're new at cats.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
very new at
trying out
cats.
cat litters and just having so much fun.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm an old hand at it.
Do you have the clay kind?
No,
Because
no.
you know how your cats vomit so much? Somebody told me last night that the kind with the clay and it makes the cats vomit more.
Yeah, no. Sorry, it's not that. I get the wheat-based kind.
Then they probably eat it and vomit.
They do eat it sometimes.
That doesn't seem right. Why would they make a cat toilet that's edible?
Because it's
Would you like it if our toilets were edible? Like
It's
Willy
bio-
Wonka world, where
I-
everything is chocolate, and then like after you go to the bathroom, you can just eat the toilet.
No, I had a composting toilet. That's why you're bringing this up to me to
Well, that's different than eating
shame
it.
me. Because I had such negative experiences with it.
I want a composting toilet.
You do not want a composting toilet.
Why not? They're different now, Christina. The law school has composting toilets.
Well, first
or
of
maybe
all-
they're incinerating. I don't remember, but they're just like normal.
Well, did you want an electric one?
Nah, no.
That heats it up down when it goes in.
So those are the incinerating kind. I don't know what the law school has there in the Chase Center, but they have composting toilets.
Well, I guess they have enough money to buy the right one.
Yeah.
And they're not a single mom with 3 kids who just can't stay on top of it. Because it requires some maintenance.
Yeah,
So-
toilet maintenance, not something I'm fond of.
Yeah, but if you're living with other people, other adults, you'll probably be okay. Because it's not, the full responsibility is not going to fall on your shoulders.
It might. I just throw some vinegar in it once in a while, and that's pretty much the extent of my toilet maintenance.
Okay, well, just watch out for fruit flies. That's all I have to say. Well, I have other things to say, actually. Not
Good.
about that. Anyway,
Welcome to 11th Hour Radio.
yeah, thanks for listening. We're here again.
Always.
And again and again.
It's been over 3 years now, Christina.
It's the one constant in our lives. I mean, marriages come and go. Animals die.
I hope they don't go anymore, though.
Let's keep our fingers crossed, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've we should have checked out like when we did the very first radio show so we could celebrate, but I kind of don't know, do you?
I might be able to look it up. Although we didn't record in the beginning, so we don't have copies
No.
of those very first shows, and that's probably a good thing.
Well, we did. The very
did?
first show we pre-recorded at your studio.
Oh,
I remember
then-
it was incredibly awful and awkward.
Well, I want to listen to it and see how bad it is.
I don't think I can listen to it.
I would like to. We could re-edit it. We could
We could re-edit it with our commentary.
Yeah.
from today.
Greatest hits.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Well, I wanted to start out today's show with some advice to vegetarians who are invited to barbecues. Because I know a lot of you out there have this problem.
Ow.
And what's wrong?
Nothing. I just hit my knee on
What?
the table.
Don't say nothing.
No, it's
Something
fine.
was wrong.
I didn't mean to say ow.
You hurt yourself in the studio.
Okay.
As long as you don't get any electric shocks. And don't unplug that. See, it says do not unplug.
Oh, it's back.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So everything's all plugged in just the way it's supposed to be. But anyway, back to my advice to vegetarians invited to a barbecue. Here it is. BYOVB.
Bring your own veggie burger.
Oh, you're so brilliant.
Well,
That's exactly true. That's what I did.
I usually do that as well, even though I'm not a true vegetarian the way you are. Sometimes meat is just a little too much for me. Especially meat where I don't know where it came from. That's more my issue than just the meat itself.
Well, I had 2 different parties, and I dealt with them differently. The first one, I went into the fridge and I said, well, what could I make a veggie burger out of? And I put together some rice and some relish and some leftover refried beans and this and that. And wrapped it up in aluminum foil and had them put it on the grill like that. So when it was heated up, I had to basically pour it onto the bun. It was like Sloppy Joe's.
Sloppy.
Yeah, so if you don't mind Sloppy Joe's, that's
John's favorite food. Who in the world has their favorite food be Sloppy Joe?
He's living in the past.
I just don't understand it. Like, the kids get their little lunch menu from school every month, and we pick the things that they like so that they have hot lunch that day. And I see it say Sloppy Joe quite frequently, and I remember Sloppy Joes from cafeteria land. Just terrifying. Just the most.
You know where I remember it from? We used to have it at summer camp.
That was John's favorite. He loved Sloppy Joe Day.
We had it at Girl Scout camp.
Really?
Yeah, Sloppy Joe's. That's the only place I ever had it.
Sloppy Jill. At Girl Scout.
If they called it something like what it actually was, nobody would like it.
You can't actually rename it with a female name. It sounds too dirty.
No, but say...
Sorry.
What would it be called if it didn't have a nickname?
Disgusting.
No, just come on. You're good at adjectives. Think of what is it? It's made from hamburger.
It's a goulash on a bun, basically, but without.
Wait a minute, but what
any
is
pasta.
it? What is it?
It's
is it
just
hamburger?
Red sauce and burger slopped.
How do you prepare that burger part?
I think you fry it up the way that you would if it was going to go in chili or.
Okay, so it's ground
beef.
Ground beef.
And tomato sauce.
Liquefied ground beef
Ew.
with tomato sauce. Now, if they called it that on the lunch menu, people might go vegetarian.
It's kind of weird. I love chili, and it's got the same base, but there's something about throwing it on a very cardboard white bread bun in a school cafeteria that just turns it into the most hideous. What?
Did you ever have long boy burgers on your lunch menu?
Are those the square ones?
Long boy no, they're long. Obviously, they're long boy burgers.
That's just creepy. That must be a New York thing.
I think it was another meat ground beef thing on a long bun.
What? Why?
With cheese on it.
Is it so you could? Is it so you could use the leftover hot dog buns? Maybe can you put it in a hot dog bun?
It was a little longer than that.
So like a beef hot dog.
It was a sub bun.
Gosh, I never even heard of such a thing.
I guess it didn't make it up to Vermont.
I guess not.
That's a downstate thing. Okay, just checking. I just want to know where I stand.
You know what's weird?
What?
When I was talking to you on the phone this last week.
Yeah. And you heard my neighbor's fence clicking.
I could hear your neighbor's electric fence clicking over the wire, but you had a very distinct Southern accent on the phone.
I did not.
Yes,
you made that up.
But why would the phone be any different than a microphone? You don't seem to have a Southern accent right now in my ears. No, you had a Southern accent. Maybe it wasn't you.
Huh.
Do you hate the phone so much you get someone else to stand in and take your calls?
Well, it's possible. Yeah, I wonder who that was. What'd she say?
It was very Southern Belle.
What did she
sounding
say?
of you.
What did she say?
The same stuff that you would say.
Really?
Of course.
That brings up another subject. I was going to ask you a question, a really important question.
Okay.
Do you think Paul is dead?
Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
Is this a trick question?
No.
What do you mean?
It's
what do you mean?
It's still a hot topic in certain music circles.
What do you think Elvis is dead?
Don't change the subject. We're
Well,
talking
I don't
about
understand.
Paul. Some people say that Paul died in a car crash in 1966 and he was replaced by someone else, who we now know as Paul McCartney.
I know that Paul McCartney is alive because he's the uncle of a friend of mine.
Well, of course he's alive, but is he the real Paul McCartney? This is the Paul McCartney
Well, they would
conspiracy.
know. They're in his family, and they would know.
Yeah, but everyone's sworn to secrecy, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure he's alive.
Yeah.
He totally is a friend of mine's uncle, and I know that they've spent plenty of time with him recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's suppose that Paul did die in a car crash.
I've never met him, though. You'd think my friends would be a little handier. If they're Paul McCartney's.
That they'd be handier? What do you
That
mean?
I could meet Paul McCartney.
Have you tried?
No.
You're too embarrassed to ask. You don't want to admit that you're a Paul McCartney fan.
I know.
Well, here's the thing. The thing that I want to get to is, why would they have this kind of a cover up? Is it because the Beatles at that point were a cash cow for everybody, and so they want to make sure that they didn't disrupt the flow of the money-making machine?
I don't know, Christina.
Well, it's something to think about. It's a burning question. It was a good segue from whatever else we were just talking about. Whether it was me on the phone or an imposter, right? Right?
Well, Elvis is not dead. He works at the Pico Ski Lodge food court, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know?
He's like a line cook there.
Did you see him last ski season?
No, I saw him a few ski seasons ago, but, I'm pretty sure he's still there. Yep.
Okay.
He wears, like, the black silk cowboy shirts even when he's making your French fries.
God, I'm
So
going to have to go there. That'd be kind of cool.
It's pretty cool.
That would be great. You should take some pictures of him next time.
I know, I meant to, but...
Because that's a fun thing to post on social media.
Elvis sightings?
You get a lot of hits.
Have you been to Graceland?
No.
Have you been to Dollywood?
No. I went to Disneyland.
Me too. Did you get attacked by a crocodile?
No.
My kid has this really adorable painting that he did years ago and hanging in our bathroom, and it's a picture that he did of himself in red underpants riding a crocodile through like a rainbow water thing, and it's labeled, "I ride the crocodile in my underpants all summer long." And I can't look at it in the same way after that little child got eaten by the crocodile. So I want to just tell my child to never try to ride a crocodile, because it will probably eat you.
Well, I think it was a good decision to stay in Vermont.
Yeah.
We're not going to have that problem here.
That's true. They just found a crocodile in the Connecticut River, but it had a collar on. Somebody had let it go.
Well, that's it. I think that even if a few got flushed down the toilet, that
what if they breed? What if they start like an underworld crocodile?
I don't
mafia
think that it's a very good climate
in the
for
first
them.
branch of the White River.
No. How are they going to winter over? Yeah. Just don't worry about it. You have enough things to worry about.
That's true.
Yeah, I probably have a whole list of things that you could worry about. But
Don't tell me.
Well, this morning I decided that I was going to make a sign for my house that says "No stress" or "Don't stress" or, well, I don't want to be negative. "Don't" is a kind of a negative word, so I think "No stress" is just to remind me that whatever I'm doing, no matter how harried I feel, I'm just going to go back to the mantra, "No stress," and live my life that way. I mean, what is the worst thing that could happen?
I don't know. You die in a gutter, total poverty and hell. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll try.
Probably not, though.
I'll try it out and let you know.
All right.
We can have quarterly reports on the no stress approach to life.
Okay. Does it apply to only you, or anyone who comes in your house is not allowed to be stressing?
No, everybody's free in my house to be who they want to be, like Marlo Thomas.
Well, who's that?
Free to be you and
okay.
me.
I see what you're saying.
So, no, it's just me. Because if they're stressed and I don't stress, then we're going to have a nice
maybe we should tattoo it on you or something.
I I don't think I want a tattoo. I've seen a lot of nice tattoos this week. I have to say, I used to not like those big ones on the arm, the upper arm. But it's, I don't know. Am I just getting used to it?
I think so. I think this is the first generation where... What's this generation that's there now?
Millennials.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's the first generation that seems to... There aren't any... stigmas really attached to having a tattoo anymore.
Yeah, no. It's gone the other way now. It's crossed the threshold line.
It used to be you didn't want one in the workplace. It had to be covered up. It's not, that doesn't seem to be like a thing now.
No.
I still don't want to mar my skin though. My skin mars itself on its own like so often.
I don't want to impregnate my skin with toxic inks. And I don't, even if they told me that the inks weren't toxic, I doubt I would believe it because there's so much lying.
I don't have very much that's unique about me, so I will remain unique in the fact that I'm the only person without a tattoo pretty much that I know.
Right on, sister.
And that's I guess.
Big statement. Yeah, we could henna tattoo. I still have some that I gave my kids.
Just every time I've tried that, it just doesn't work.
How about magic marker? We could use Sharpies.
I've totally Sharpied myself. That's pretty toxic, Sharpies, I assume.
Yeah. But, just everything in moderation.
That's true.
Yeah, so sorry, I was just going into my brain freeze. Without ice cream, I could do that without ice cream. I know, you're impressed.
Do you want some ice cream? We have like 6 tubs of ice cream left over from
the wedding?
A wedding that was hosted at our farm, and
I just bought ice cream for the other day.
I can't eat it. I thought it was vanilla. You know when you think something is a flavor and you put it in your mouth, and even if the flavor of what it is isn't something bad, it just wasn't what you expected, so you freak out?
What was it?
It was honey.
Ooh.
A homemade honey ice cream. And I just thought it was vanilla, and the taste of honey flipped me out, and now I can't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
I bet it. Oh, and you don't like maple syrup. So
I don't like honey or maple syrup anyway.
I was going to say, oh, well, if it was maple syrup, you'd like it, but that's wrong. You wouldn't.
That's right. I mean, that's right that it's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I interrupted you, though, before.
Yeah, I had found this list of 50 fun home businesses that I wanted to share with you, because actually you already do 4 of the things that they were on the list.
What?
Dance instructor.
That's a home business?
Yeah, photographer.
That's not that fun.
Writer and wedding coordinator. Okay, but I got some new ideas for you. If you want to add, you want more home businesses that you want to run since you...
Oh, man, that would be great.
Pile it on. Okay, here's some new ideas. You could be a gift basket arranger.
That actually sounds fun, doesn't it?
Kind of.
I like to arrange gift baskets and flowers and...
Like when you do it for teachers who are leaving and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So.
Why do they need someone to do that? That's stupid.
I don't think these people actually get paid to do that.
Oh my God.
Do they actually get paid?
Do any of us actually get paid for any of these things?
Sounds doubtful.
All right, what else?
How about a furniture upcycler?
I could totally do that. I do that anyway. Everyone does that.
I know. I should have added that to your list of things you already do. How about hot air balloon operator?
No, that would involve going into the sky. I don't want to go up there.
No, don't want to.
Can I operate it from the ground, like by remote control?
Possibly.
All right.
It could be a new angle.
I mean, I will help fill it with air and, all that.
You'll send them up.
Don't want to go up there.
Here, get in this basket.
My grandmother really wants to go in a hot air balloon, and I hope that at some point we'll send her up in one.
Take her to Queechee. Take her to the balloon festival.
I know. I don't know why we haven't arranged for her to go up in a hot air balloon.
She would really do it? She would do it?
Yeah, she's always wanted to. But none of us want to go up, so you don't really want to send your old granny up in a hot air balloon by herself.
Oh, gosh, you can find some young person that wants to go up.
Yeah, that's true.
One of your kids would go, I think.
I don't know if I want to send my kid up in a hot air balloon.
Number 4, party clown.
Our school principal is a certified clown.
Is he?
I don't know if he does
Where
parties.
does he clown? Where does he do it?
I don't know. Not at school, I don't think.
He should join Clowns Without Borders.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it was started in Vermont.
I saw that on the internet.
Yeah.
At Smirkus, you can go to Smirkus camp in the summer. Kids can. And
I'm well
and
aware
learn
of that.
to be clowns.
I've lived in Vermont long enough to know what that is.
That's true.
What that is, yeah. Okay, just a couple more. Vintage clothing reseller.
Oh, I'm already on that one.
I know. I
do
figured
that.
your whole house is filled upstairs
Yeah.
with stuff like that, so you could.
Well, I don't do it that often because I kind of hang on to my vintage clothes, which is not good. Can't bear to part with vintage.
Good point. Good point.
Because it's kind of one-of-a-kind stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Anyway,
so
all
that
right,
might
all
not
right.
work. How about mystery shopper?
What does that mean?
I don't know why they called it this. It was just somebody basically who does research shopping for somebody else. I don't really call that a mystery shopper.
That makes no sense. That's
You have to
just,
like shopping. You don't like
that's a
shopping.
personal assistant or a personal shopper.
Right, but you could do that.
I could,
You
but
have
I
the
don't want
look.
to shop for someone else.
Actually, the way you look today with the boat stripes, you...
I don't think that's a thing. Boat stripes?
You look like a boater. You look like a yachter. Isn't that a yachty shirt?
Yada you. Yada yabba yada babadoo. No.
No, you looks like you should have those
Yabba dabba doo.
those boat shoes on.
I don't. I have my Keens on. I had really preppy looking topsiders on earlier. That's what you mean.
See what I mean?
know.
See what I mean?
Well, what does that have to do with me being someone's personal
I don't
shopper?
know. Plus, you're landlocked. Your
So landlocked.
Tunbridge is so landlocked. I can't
I still
believe.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
but
I just think, why do you dress like someone who's about to step on a yacht when you live in Tunbridge?
I don't know.
She's looking down at herself questioningly.
It's just a
Okay.
shirt with stripes, Christina.
Soul searching. It's good to do a little soul searching,
That's
especially
true.
on Personal
Personal
Growth
Growth
Friday.
Friday.
All right, it's time for a song.
What are you going to play?
It's a blues. It's a blues by Derek Semler that he just kind of threw out at me one day up at the studio. Here we go.
done.
Wow. That's actually...
No, something's starting. I just heard music start.
You know what? If you hear that, if you hear the next song starting, you can bet that I'm already on it.
All right.
So you don't have to tell me.
Fine.
No, just kidding.
You told us it was time to talk, and the music was still going before.
You're right. It's just pointing up my ineptitude as a DJ.
No, you were on it.
We are renowned for our slackerism. Is it slackerism or vism?
Well, since we made up the word, you could probably make up whatever you want.
Hey, baby, let's slacktivate.
That sounds too much like salivate.
I thought it sounded like lactate. I thought it would be a good
So
thing
in between salivating and lactating is a
slacktivate.
scary place where slackers lurk.
I hadn't thought of it that
I
technically.
haven't lactated in years.
Thanks for sharing.
And your kids are older, so
know.
you really haven't
So
lactated in years either.
Yeah, but I have a daughter who's lactating. Doesn't that count?
Sort of. That's like lactating by proxy. That's like lactate. What's the expression I'm looking for?
There is no expression.
I guess I don't have
like
it.
that. There's
Never
no
mind.
expression that even comes close. Believe me.
Where'd your windscreen go?
What this?
That's the stinky tuna fish
Yeah, I
cover
know.
that usually goes on my microphone.
Yeah, I know. That's why you've been popping your peas a lot. But actually, that is a windscreen on yours, on that SM50
Oh.
58. The only difference between the SM58 and the SM57 is that one has a windscreen on it. Otherwise, it's the same darn microphone. But what I wanted to say is there's a new windscreen out in the other room waiting to be put onto a microphone. But the weird thing is there's an old lamp that has one of these arms, but it looks even older than this one.
They're going to like jimmy up some ridiculous thing, aren't they, in here?
Yeah, I
to
can't
go along
wait.
with that ridiculous thing.
I can't wait. I think it's cool. I
Who
love
creates
the
these
tech
things?
crew at
I do
WFVR. I do. I love them. I never know
they're
who they are.
highly untechy, but
Well, actually, that would be wrong, but it's
that's
okay.
true. I'm just talking about that. That microphone
You're saying
arm in front of you.
there have been mechanical issues in the studio.
Right.
But the tech crew, I think, is...
Right. That's the wrong word. They are techie.
They're very techy. There have been a few mechanical issues.
Right. Which I suppose isn't anyone's fault because that thing is just broken.
Yeah, I think we should just get the guys over at Welch's Hardware to come over here because they're so good at that stuff.
They are.
Maybe they'd just come over and hang out and improve things. Bring some wrenches and
They could paint some stuff.
we could feed them. We could bring a
sow some
potluck
grass seed maybe in the corner.
in here. You want a lawn in the studio?
No,
Is that
I'm
what
just
you're
thinking
saying?
of what the guys at Welch's do best.
Oh yeah. Well,
They rent out cotton candy machines.
They fix generators.
Yep.
They'll fix your hoe, for goodness sakes. If you
Sharpen your scissors, man.
Well, they do. They sharpen tools.
Although it costs more than scissors cost usually to have your scissors sharpened.
Oh, well, you can sharpen your scissors, but some of the other tools like edgers and shovels.
I've heard if you cut sandpaper with scissors, it's supposed to sharpen it, but shouldn't that be the other way around? Wouldn't cutting sandpaper with your scissors actually dull your scissors?
Cutting your scissors with sandpaper?
Cutting your
What's the
sandpaper with
opposite?
scissors.
Yeah, but what's the opposite? You just said the opposite.
I mean, like, if you cut sandpaper with scissors, wouldn't you think of that as dulling your scissors instead of sharpening them?
Depends on what grit.
I think I saw that in one of those Martha Stewart Real Simple things, like lists of household helpful hints to frequently snip through some sandpaper with your scissors because it keeps them sharp. But don't you think that doesn't make sense? Wouldn't you assume that sandpaper would dull your scissors?
No.
When I go and hack around in other things like bushes with my scissors, they get really dull.
You go hack around in the bushes with your scissors?
Yeah, well, sometimes I use them like lawn clippers or something and they get really dull.
God, I tried to cut a grape stem yesterday. I could not get my scissors to work.
Whoa. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Well, on a happy note, which parade did you go to?
I didn't go to anything.
On
I
the
did
4th
nothing.
of July?
No, my kids weren't with us, so I basically just sat home in a
stupor,
state of
abject
silky stupor,
poverty,
and did not do anything.
dejection, and depression. Well, you didn't miss. I missed it. I tried to go to a parade and missed it.
Whoa.
Well,
You don't like parades?
No, I didn't try. I actually didn't try. We were. I'm sorry. I was just pretending that I tried, but I didn't. But even though I didn't try, I got to the end of the Reading parade.
Oh.
Dick McCormick was down there.
Wow. Did you join the parade? Were you at the end as it was going
No,
away?
it's not that part of the end. It's the end where they've all gone and turned around and they're coming back. So you're actually passing the fire trucks and the tractors coming in the other direction. But there's traffic flowing on the street. So they've opened it back up.
That's really handy. That's like a drive-by parading.
I love it.
It's like McDonald's.
I think it's really the best way
drive-through, but
you can avoid the crowds. You don't have to bump into everybody.
Don't have to look for parking. They should do that. They should just line everyone up in their cars and line up the parade in the opposite direction and then have them slowly drive by each other.
Why not? And people who still want to sit out there in their lawn chairs, it's okay. You can do it.
Yeah.
But the rest of us who'd rather do it faster, have the parade go really fast,
That's right. You could speed up. You could change the speed of the parade by your own gas pedal. Oh my God! Why has no one thought of this?
Yeah, I think we should lobby the legislature. I should have brought it up with Dick McCormick. I should have. He was right there. Oh man,
what a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it really was. But I wasn't in my right mind. I went to 4 parties that weekend. And
Holy
me,
cow.
I hate parties. So how did I actually do that? How did I survive that?
Did you bring your own burger?
Twice, yeah. Oh, the second time we actually bought Boca burgers down at Mac's in Woodstock.
Were they like $19? I bought some cheese at Mac's once. It was $11.
Yeah, I didn't look.
That was so not cool.
You have to just not look.
Well, I didn't look, and I grabbed a little ball of mozzarella cheese and threw it on the counter, and they were like, $11, please.
No, but Emily, this is why people have credit cards, because what you do is you don't listen when they say how much it is. You just, you look at the magazines.
Financial advice.
Yeah, you pick out
what
kind of gum you want, and they say what it is, and you don't listen, and then you just do the card.
I don't have a credit card.
Then you just get a total at the end of the month, but you don't have to know individually what anything costs.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
It's a way to be totally
not
irresponsible, but it's like Bobby McFerrin used to say. What did he say?
Selling a golf ball size of mozzarella cheese for $11 is not responsible.
Wait, what was that song that Bobby McFerrin? Don't worry, be happy.
I was going to say that earlier when you said you wanted to have a sign up in your house that said "No stress."
But I don't like that. That sounds
just play that song on repeat all the time until you're going crazy.
No, that sounds like you're just constantly in an altered state, and I don't really want to be in an altered state that much. I mean, I like natural altered states; those are my favorites.
So, like, no stress is a definite, but actually, the happy part that's sort of like.
That gets preachy. Don't tell me to be happy.
I know.
Don't tell me to be happy. Then I feel unhappy when you tell me to be happy because it's implying that I'm not happy. And who are you to say that I'm not happy?
Yeah.
Get off my back, Bobby.
Does he really have that accent in that song, or is he faking it?
I don't even remember it.
Because if he's faking it, don't worry. Be happy, that one. Is that real? If he's faking it, he is in big trouble, Buster.
I don't know how to find out.
Okay, well.
I don't know which dictionary to look in.
My gut is saying that's totally fake.
What would you Google?
I don't know.
Bobby McFerrin fake accent?
Or just Bobby McFerrin nationality,
Reggae.
Right? Like,
I actually know he's a pretty nice guy.
Maybe we can hear him talk somewhere.
We're just giving him...
Just giving him a hard time.
Yeah, we're giving him a hard time just because we know he's nice. So he'd be laughing along with us. We're not laughing at him. We're laughing with him. Gosh, I think we're very well practiced at being nice. So if we start to veer into this area where we're not being nice to somebody, we know how to backtrack really well.
That's true. We can sort of cover our
backpedal
butts
central here. Backpedal Central. That would be a good blog or a podcast. A blogcast. A blog. Podcast. Why doesn't somebody make that up? A kind of a combo between the podcast and the blog. Blogcast.
I'm sure there is already something.
Well, if there isn't, in all our spare time, we're going to make one.
Add it to our at-home business ventures.
Yeah.
Being a clown isn't an at-home business venture.
Sure it is. You count your money at home after you go out.
You count your money from everything at home, whether it's bank robbery or whatever. That doesn't mean it's at home business.
No, but all the tools of your trade are at home. Your big red nose, the plastic nose that you put on, that's at home.
Okay.
So, how did you learn to be a clown? At home. Right? Everybody laughed at you because you were so funny.
Are we talking about me or just people in general?
Well, I'm trying to look at you that way. Aww. Like, instead of being a boat person, I think you look like a clown.
I'm not a boat person. I just happen to be wearing a striped sweatshirt because it's cold out.
Those are the colors of the eggs for sale signs. White and red. I saw a new one. There's one in a new eggs for sale, $3 sign in Chelsea, and it's red paint on, it's not white, it's an off-white. So, but just to prove my point.
Well, and why do you not think I'm a chicken farmer instead of a boat person?
Are you a chicken farmer?
No. I wouldn't mind being a chicken farmer. I like chickens.
Do you have chickens?
No.
You don't?
We've had chickens before.
You don't have chickens?
We're getting chickens eventually. Just
see, I knew it.
Not yet.
I knew it.
There's too many animals.
I'm not getting chickens.
Poor little Jim got castrated this week. It was very sad. Sorry.
Stop.
He's walking.
This is not appropriate.
His little back legs are walking so stiffly, and
you farm animal.
He's really sad. I feel horrible.
You should be locked up.
Well,
in a pen.
People get vasectomies. Should they be locked up, or their wives, or whatever?
I'm not.
Are you about to cry? You look like you're gonna cry. Very soon.
Yeah, I can't believe the cruelty of the world. It is so cruel. Starts at home. Cruelty starts at home.
Well, this lamb is not allowed to breed. His mother had a very yucky condition called the ringworm, and if he breeds, something else will get it, and that's terrible.
I understand.
It's better to castrate than kill him, I guess. He probably doesn't agree, actually, right now.
Well, what's his name?
Jimmy. What? He's a very nice little lamb.
Okay.
He's missing
Moving
vital
right
organs right now.
I was going to actually say something to you about magic cows. Isn't that funny? That was on my list.
That's totally amazing. What?
No, I took this amazing photograph last night. I was up on the third floor of my house and looking down, and the beautiful, bucolic splendor that is Vermont. There it was, unrolling before me.
A cow? What?
Yeah, there was a divine
cow unrolling
happening of cows. There was a divine
I thought you had pigs next door. Where the cows come from?
The pigs all melted away,
and they turned into
the cows came
that
rising
would be
up.
Pleasant.
It was so beautiful. I'm going to post that picture tonight. You're going to see that heavenly cows arrived on the neighbor's property, but of course the neighbors didn't notice. I noticed.
I understand. Are they runaway cows or are they like angel cows?
It's more of a astral vision of what a cat, the essence of cowness. You'll see what I mean. You'll see. I know you don't quite understand what I'm talking about now because it's too deep. It's too deep to articulate.
You're so lucky. I love you so much because you're actually crazy, I think, right now. And I don't know if I should call the men in the little white coats.
No, you'll see exactly what I mean.
Or just smile and nod so you don't hurt me.
You'll just, they...
Okay.
These things happen in Vermont, and some of us are alert. Other people are having dinner or, watching television. But I was looking out the window and I saw this magic group of cows. And I'm not trying to brag. Anyway, it's time for a track of music. And this one's called Let It Fall. And
who
is
are we going
this?
to be hearing?
I think this is Dayve Huckett, I believe.
Oh, this is a guy who I always pick on his last name because I'm 12.
Really? What'd you call it?
Nothing. I just say Huckett over and over again in a really
Huckett.
irritating
It's
voice.
Good. Okay, well, we can do that during the break while people are listening to the song and enjoying it. You can do that. So here we go.
Hey, look, I'm not way down as I walk through the glowing wheat fields churning on the ground. I saw the ravens fly away, they leave nothing but the sun and endless blue day. I always knew I felt this way, but couldn't find the time to say to myself, I've got to let it go. Through all the joy and all the pain, with the drought and the rain, the honest truth is all I want to know. Let it fall. Let kingdom's walls have fallen down, but I know that I don't wear an undeserved crown. And though it seems to fit me well, underneath it I would certainly fall down. Last summer we left things unsaid that should be now a long time dead. Now it seems the time has put it well. The words can chase away a prayer, but to a lie they'll bring it in, throw it down the darkest, deepest well. Let it fall. Let I'm not weighed down as I walk through the glowing wheat fields churning on the ground. As all the ravens fly away, they leave nothing but the sun and endless blue day. I always knew I felt this way, but couldn't find the time to say to myself, I've got to let it go. And all the joy and all the pain, with the drought and the rain, the honest truth is all I want to know. Let it fall. Let
Okay, I don't know if I should say his name Dave or Davey, but Dayve Huckett. Dayve Huckett.
Huckett.
That was cool. I love playing music by people I know.
I
It's
would too
just
if
a
I
thrill.
knew people more who played music. I do actually.
You know a few.
I do.
You do.
The lava lamp appears to have a giant green acorn in it today.
See, it does change. And you did see the picture I posted on our Facebook page. The lava lamp picture? Come on.
My computer is dead. I haven't seen anything. What is it? What was it?
It's a couple weeks ago.
You know what I hate? When I go on our page, I try to like something sometimes that you put on, and it only lets me like it as
11th hour.
11th hour.
Know,
so then I feel like you're going to be confused and think that you liked it.
No,
and then I just don't know. I'm like, do I unlike it? What do I do now?
No, I kind of have that figured out. So you can like anything you want.
All right.
Yeah.
I know I have to go and change to myself sometimes. Like on the side, you can change to be.
Oh, you can log out as 11.
Right.
Yeah, but how do you log out? I guess you
don't log out if you're an administrator because you're already logged in. But on the side, there's a thing that you can be like liking and commenting as, and then you can pick one of your personas.
That is correct.
I guess, but I never remember to do that, and then it's.
I know it's a little confusing, but anyway, if if anything new happens with the lava lamp, I think we should definitely post a picture of it on our Facebook page.
Yeah, this might just be a variation of that lemon that was in it a while ago.
I know. I'm going to bring in the other lava lamp in my life. Have one at home.
Does it do things?
I don't know.
Unlike this one?
I don't know. It could be that all the lava lamps in my life are malfunctional.
I think lava lamps might be a conspiracy theory, and people just watch them and nothing ever happens. And that's like the joke, kind of.
That's scary.
Because I just don't think that this lava lamp does anything.
Yeah.
Maybe in secret when we're all asleep, but...
I think you're projecting onto the lava lamp some of your, what do you call it when you wake up and you're middle-aged and you discover that your dreams
midlife crisis?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm projecting my midlife crisis on the lava lamp?
I think so. I do. I really do.
No, I don't want the midlife crisis yet.
No, but look into that lava lamp and see how much you can relate to how it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
I know. That is true. Oh my God. Let's throw it out the window.
Well, there's a daycare center down there.
Right.
I don't think we can...
We could hide it somewhere.
We could hoist it down
Whose
on
lava
a rope.
lamp is this anyway?
I have no idea. The people at the station do not communicate. Actually, we don't.
Really important stuff with us.
We don't communicate with anybody. That's our problem. But we should. It's not that we don't like people. We love everybody. I mean, except the jerks.
Right.
I do try. I try so hard to love people.
You're doing good.
Boy, that's not very convincing, but it's all right. I should believe in myself. I don't need you to tell me how great I am.
Oh, well, don't read the article I just read about you then. It's so syrupy.
Look,
you're going to choke.
I was going to ask
and
you.
you're going to be like, oh, shut up, Emily.
Well,
and then you're going to poke me in the ribs, and then you're going to get all embarrassed.
Well, here's the thing is, I was going to ask you, what are the pitfalls of trying to write an article about a friend?
It's really that.
It's hard.
I thought it would be easy. I thought that would be the easiest because I know you very well, and I was like, it'll be easy. But since I know you very well, I also know your reaction to anything I would write, which makes it harder to write. Well, so I'm like, oh, she's going to think this is dumb, or oh, she's going to think I'm being like, yeah, it doesn't. It was hard. It was really hard.
Yeah, well, when Jack mentioned that he had recommended you for this job, I thought, I don't know how that's going to go for her. I don't know if
it'll
that's...
be fine, but it's also, you guys look for an article about Christina in the upcoming Image magazine this fall. Jack took some phenomenal pictures.
Yeah, and I'm going to rewrite it.
Good.
Today over grilled cheese. Now,
I don't know if I have time for grilled cheese.
Do you have time for an LT?
Maybe if it's super quick.
Half a grilled?
Maybe. Yeah, we'll try.
See, she wants to just give me the copy of the article and then run away. She doesn't want me to actually...
You're going to read it with me around?
Yes.
All right.
It's okay. We're going to...
All right.
We're going to get it. So,
what are you doing over there? What are you doing on that thing?
I have to stay up on social media.
You're on social media right now?
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Oh
I would never do that. I would never do that while I'm being a slacker DJ. I would never, ever.
I know.
Actually,
that would just be wrong.
Because those people, have you ever seen, like on the Young Turks? They sit there with their computers and...
I don't know what the Young Turks are.
Well, it's, they make really astute commentary on modern day society and politics and stuff like that. And they sit It's a news show. It's an internet news show. It's very popular. But while a couple of them might be engaged in some hot topic, one of the other guys is staring down at his computer checking Twitter. That's just how it's done. So I'm going to try it.
All right.
I'm going to look at Twitter.
Are you a scab scratcher, or do you leave them alone?
It depends. I'm smart enough to wait a little bit and not.
You don't want to peel them when they're pink.
I don't want
underneath.
to. You don't want to make it bleed or leave a scar. But sometimes you just can't help it. Okay, I'm not really checking social media. I just wanted to see your reaction when I said I was going to do that. So let's see. You didn't have much of a reaction.
Well, I was busy picking a scab.
You don't really care if I'm here or not.
I do. Honestly.
Hey, I have some recommendations. Okay, I went to so many different stores in the state of Vermont, like little country stores this week, that I'm going to recommend things that if you go to that store, here's what you should get. Okay.
Did you go to the Vermont country store?
No.
Oh.
I'm sure there's a lot that I didn't go to, but I went. Okay. If you go to the Barnard store, get the raspberry cheese croissant. If you go to
love the Barnard store.
I know, I do too. It's one of the best country stores.
Definitely.
If you go to the Warren store, I'm going to recommend the almond croissant.
I hate almonds.
Okay, well, you're abnormal. You don't like maple syrup either.
I know.
So I'm not going to...
Almonds smell like something bad that I can't place.
Okay.
Arsenic smells like almonds.
You know what it is? You know how sometimes you're pregnant and you have a craving for something?
Yes.
What you have now is the reverse. You have a repulsion towards almonds. So that must indicate that there's something you don't need.
Probably cheese, because I'm trying to think of what I eat too much of.
Well, okay, Upper Valley Food Co-op, if you go there, down in White River Junction.
That's okay.
Don't say, oh, yeah, it's okay.
Okay, fine. It's
that
wonderful.
Place,
it's stupendous.
They have the best Tempe sandwiches.
Oh.
Why
would you put Tempe in a sandwich? Why wouldn't you just eat it?
They know how to do it right, and I wish the South Royalton Market would take a little advice from the Upper Valley Food Co-op on how to prepare vegetarian sandwiches. I know I've said this before, but there's some great tofu salad sandwiches, Tempe sandwiches down there. You can get hot soup to go with it.
I could go for some baked tofu right now.
That would be great. Oh, well, you should go up.
Do you think they have it at the co-op?
They do at the Montpelier Co-op.
Well, we're not on Montpelier.
Well, I'm just saying, the Hunger Mountain Food Co-op has tofu and rice to go, like, every single day, 24/7.
Oh, my God.
Well, not 24/7, but sort of. Like all the hours that they're open, you can, well, maybe not all the hours, but a lot.
So they have it sometimes, is what she's saying. If you go there, it might be there.
Well, if you go there at
maybe.
If you go there
Probably.
at mealtime, like lunchtime.
Other people haven't taken it.
Okay, moving right along. If you go to the Lincoln store, okay, you get really good brownies there or fresh fruit desserts.
Oh.
Vanessa, I don't know who does the
baking. That's kind of uncommon.
There.
You don't find a lot of fresh fruit desserts.
I know. That's why the Lincoln store is really unique that way. Now, the South Royalton Market, lest we forget, they have some great vegan dumplings.
What?
In the refrigerator case. But you have to remember that the tamari is down. It's, you have to look down to get the tamari packets.
They're down by the hard-boiled eggs is where they are.
Yes, and you don't want to not take the tamari. But you do want to get the dumplings. They're great. So.
Okay.
Anyway.
Glad to hear.
If you're going to drive around the state, you might as well eat well.
Always.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just went on too long about that.
No.
I did. I apologize.
I'm feeling guilty because I don't have a list. So I'm just working off of whatever you're talking about.
Oh, great. Well, then I can choose the next thing we could talk. We could either
choose
talk
everything
about,
today.
Okay, we could talk about the 7 days adult coloring contest if you want.
Like of naked people?
No, of Bernie.
Is he naked?
There's a big graphic of his head with some psychedelia around it, and you get to color it in.
And it's a contest?
I think.
That seems hard because, we adults, we can all color. We can color our butts off. So they're going to have a really hard time choosing a winner in an adult coloring contest.
They are. I do think it's a little strange that coloring books have come back into vogue for adults.
I know. I think it's an indication of how much stress we have in our lives.
Yeah, it reminds me sort of hipster fashion.
I know it absolutely does.
Like the
but
little hats.
I get the idea behind it. Coloring is totally soothing. I'm not doing it, but
So it's part of the no stress program.
it's part of the no stress program. You should probably scatter them throughout your house since you have a no stress.
Coloring books, no stress, no yoga.
I thought you liked yoga.
No, I hate it.
You do yoga all the time.
I do it in my sleep. I do. I swear. I do yoga in my sleep.
So you don't have to do it ever.
No, and I also do it in the garden when I'm gardening.
I exercise in my sleep, and then I don't have to do it when I'm awake.
Exactly. This is a whole new exercise plan that I think we should maybe market.
They should, hypnotize people to do all the things that they hate in their sleep.
That's it.
And then,
bingo.
You could pay your bills and, do all kinds of other bad stuff while you're sleeping and get it over with, not waste your precious awake hours.
That's right.
On misery. You should do your job. People should do their jobs when they're asleep. Some people do. Anyway. What? We're almost out of time? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
Well, I did that in a very subtle way. I just clicked the computer mouse so that you could see what time it was. And then I thought, well, she'll put 2 and 2 together. We're out of time.
Right.
As usual.
So what are you going to play?
I've got a song to take us out on called Willow by Julie James.
Nice.
And
I won't see you next Friday because I'm going to be away that day, but Kendra's going to be here.
Yeah, we'll miss you.
Fun.
But Kendra's fun.
Yeah.
You've been listening to 11th Hour Radio, streaming from South Royalton
Community
Vermont,
Radio.
WFVR, LP, FM, whatever.
96.5.
And I'm Christina Stikos.
I'm Emily Howe.
And we'll see you again.
You write to me a letter and apologize again. Time has slipped between our separate lives, suspended by your words. For a moment I can see your eyes. The distance melts in between the lines on my face. Remind me that I'm growing older. Angels seem to chase away the fear. And looking in the eye of the woman I've become, everywhere I go, the people all around me singing in their voices, clearly I can glean lessons I can learn if I listen to their song. Lead my soul like the willow by the river. Sing my heart, friends are far away. Time and space are the tricky deceivers, leaving me to feel alone. In a dream you find me, then you take my hand to a grove, the forest standing tall. All around us stars, eye to eye, voices in my heartfelt desire. The constant yearning drives me inward. Visions that I see become my guide. When flying through the gate of wisdom's perfect mind, everywhere I go, all around me singing, in their voices clearly I can glean lessons I can learn if I listen to them.